Good Monday morning. My name is Deb Chang, and most of you probably know if you've watched our channel before that my husband, Dr. Paul Chang, and I do a Monday Medical Minute each week, a short video that helps you flourish after age 50. Today, we're going to talk about the sugar trap. I learned a lot more in researching this topic about sugar than I ever knew, and hopefully, I can add some information that will help you as well. There's a hidden sugar that's fueling an obesity epidemic in this country. Sugar consumption is at an all-time high, and there are so many more products that have low sugar, no sugar, some kind of sugar substitute, but many of these are also linked to obesity, diabetes, and heart disease. And those substitutes, while marketed as safe, are not always safe. So today, let's talk about how much sugar you should consume in a day. The average woman should consume 6 teaspoons of sugar or 25 grams. The average male, 36 grams or 9 teaspoons. And if you have a grandchild that's age 2 and older, they need to consume the same amount as an adult woman, 25 grams or 6 teaspoons. Sound good? Let's talk about it. The truth about sweeteners. Many sweeteners are actually hidden in processed foods and drinks, and we may not even realize it. We may look at sugar-free on the label, but there are still some added sugars and sweeteners. And what happens when we have that sugar and that sweetener? It spikes our blood sugar, even if we're not a diabetic, and it provides insulin resistance, which is not good for our bodily function. It also increases the risk of fatty liver disease. Fatty liver disease, or NASH, is not very well known in our country, but it's on the rise. And it's actually not from an overabuse of alcohol. It's actually from the sugar we eat in our foods. And of course, tooth decay and cavities, we all know, are a result of too much sugar. So what did researchers found? They found when they looked at the bar-coded items on our shelves, 68% contained added sugars. So I want to encourage you as a smart consumer to look not only for the sugar content, but any added or artificial sweeteners that are added to the products that you consume daily. Your body can actually handle that natural sugar better than those artificial sweeteners. So let's look at some of the biggest culprits. I love lasagna and Italian products with pasta sauce, but they contain a lot of sugar, especially those that we buy canned in the store. Who doesn't love a fast food drive-through with a Big Mac or a double cheeseburger? And we always add ketchup, and we have chicken fingers, and we add barbecue sauce. All of those have a lot of extra sugar. So you can see here, some of the things that we think wouldn't be culprits have a lot of added sugar. So even those protein and granola bars that we eat for breakfast and think are healthy, watch the sugar content. So substitutes are not all innocent. Years ago, we talked about how dangerous aspartame and saccharin were to our diet, and then they added some additional sugar substitutes that they said were healthier. There's no such thing as a healthy sugar substitute. Some of the natural substitutes are healthier, like honey, monk fruit. High fructose corn syrup, I would say no. That's natural, but that is loaded in sugar. So our risk from these sugar substitutes are not the same as they are from all the sugar we eat, but they do include gut disruption. They interfere with the way our bowels and our digestive system works, creating headaches and cravings. How many of you have had a huge donut or pastry at 8 o'clock in the morning, and by 10 o'clock, you're a zombie? That's the result of those highs and lows of our sugar cravings. So sugar substitutes are not all innocent. Be very careful what you consume. Sugar has more calories actually, but it can also harm the metabolism. Those rises and falls in that blood insulin, that's what we're talking about. Substitutes, while having fewer calories, they also have additional side effects, especially that gut disruption. And both products, natural sugar and sugar substitutes, keep our sweet tooth alive and want us to crave more sugar. So how do we get healthier and eliminate some of the sugar in our diet? Be a smart consumer. I encourage you for the next 7 days to read labels. Look at every product that you purchase from the grocery store shelf and look to see what both the natural sugar and added sugar levels are. Choose whole foods, fruits, and balanced meals. If you remember, Dr. Paul has described our dinner plate. First of all, he says it should shrink, but half of it should be fruits and vegetables and whole foods, and the other half should be part carbohydrates and part proteins. So again, look for balance in your meals. Read labels. You can't reduce sugar all of a sudden. You're going to have to look at it gradually, but make some smart choices this week. Eat mindfully and think about the amount of sugar that you consume. If you like this video, we hope you'll give me a thumbs up, and we'd love to have you subscribe to our channel if you haven't done so previously. Of course, any questions you have about anything related to your health as you grow older, please email Dr. Paul and find us on the web at keychainconnections.com. And again, I hope you have a great week, and we'll see you again next Monday for another Medical Minute.